affiliate that I was coming to Humboldt County, and so I wouldn't be seeing them every weekend for committee meetings any longer, and I'd just be a regular member and see you later. And, they informed me that there was no chapter up here and that they would be expecting me to start a chapter. So I did, with the help of other people, and except for about 1 year when I was in Oregon putting my husband through the master's program, I've been suckered into being the chair ever since, which at the last board retreat I went to down in Santa Cruz for the ACLU, they encouraged me to find my replacement. So, any volunteers? But I am very excited about what we've been doing lately. Throughout the years as a chapter, we have been less active and more active at different times. Lately, as you probably saw from the newsletter, we have been very active. We have a website now. We have voicemail that is getting checked more regularly than it had been in the past. We're doing Arts Alive every first Saturday in Eureka at the office, 917 3rd Street. And speaking of that office, that's a new thing as well. It's been wonderful. Peter Martin, one of our board members, has donated a space in his office at 917 3rd Street. And there's a great sign out front, so we really have had an opportunity to have people walk in and find out more about the chapter just by seeing the sign and coming in. We also, with the help of Stephen, been active in forming a Second Life chapter, which I just have to tell you that as a bureaucrat in the ACLU, my eyes just was like, oh no, Stephen. Because he had this, he came and he started telling me about Second Life, and I had never even heard of Second Life. So when he suggested that we have an ACLU chapter in Second Life, I thought, oh no, 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 they're not going to like this if we do this. And just so you know, we are the renegade chapter. I mean, they like us and they hate us, just like many other things that we do in Humboldt County. And so they really look to us as leaders, just like in the other areas of Humboldt County politics. I said to Stephen, you need to go through San Francisco for this, and you need to go through national, because this would not be a Humboldt County, Trinity County, Northern Mendocino chapter. This would be an international chapter, wow. Stephen, you know, so, you know, I think we need approval before we do this. But he, bless his heart, went to national in New York and said, and, you know, we want to do this, and how can we do this? And so there is now a person on the national board that is working with Stephen and others to get a Second Life ACLU presence. I think we already have land set aside that's been, you know, either donated or bought. Stephen can tell you more later about this if you're interested. So those are some of the things that we're doing that are just amazing. We also have been...
Can you explain about Second Life, please?
Second Life is this virtual world, and that's about all I know about it. So if you want to ask Stephen afterwards, I know that they had a presentation there where they had ACLU members and other people come to an event with Posner speaking, and Stephen has had events where he has a virtual table with ACLU literature, and then they come and they can pick up that literature, and so it's a phenomenon.
We're going to be featured in next month's California Lawyer magazine, and so you can read about the Second Life ACLU in there.
We also have been working very hard in building collaborative movements. So the ACLU has been a driving force in the Coalition for Police Review. It also includes the Human Rights Commission, the Civil Liberties Monitoring Project, Greens, Redwood Cop Watch, other groups and other people. But clearly the ACLU has been on the forefront of that movement and that organizational effort. The Coalition for Police Review meets at the office the third Wednesday of every month at 5:30, so I encourage you to join us. Other announcements. We have possibilities for interns. The affiliate will pay people, not a huge salary, but some money to help with the ACLU chapter. So if you're interested in doing that, be sure to let me know. Our board meetings are the third Thursday of every month at 12 o'clock. The next one is November 15th. And because we have them at noon right now, they aren't very long because most of us have to get back to court. So it's a good time to come and see what we're doing as a board on a monthly basis. I want to make an announcement for something that hasn't yet publicly been announced, but it will be soon, and that is a CPR event on December 5th. The Human Rights Commission and the Coalition are going to be sponsoring what will essentially be an open mic about law enforcement review. Wow. And so while we are inviting some people to give their thoughts for 3 minutes, essentially after about 10 people make those presentations of 3 minutes each, then it will be an open mic for the audience to basically, in a townhouse type format, tell the public and the Human Rights Commission, CPR, what they think about law enforcement review. And that will be followed by another forum that's being organized, and that will probably be in January or February. It will more specifically provide information to the public about police review. We're having people come up from other counties that have police review, including county counsel from other counties, to be on a panel to counter some of the other people that will be on the panel, such as the sheriff and the chief of police and other, perhaps someone from our county counsel's office. So, the next thing I want to do is, for those people that are members, have by just voice vote approval of the slate of candidates, and secondly, after that, approval of the changes in the bylaws. So, if I have a motion from a board member for approval of the slate.
I would so move.
And is there a second?
I'd second.
All those in favor, including all ACLU members?
Aye.
And so congratulations to all the new board members, which I actually don't even have a list in front of me, but maybe everybody can stand up that is a new board member.
Well, you've been an old board.
Or happy. You're up. For a special citizenship award for exceptional citizenship in your participation in the Election Advisory Committee.
All right.
Okay? So congratulations. Apparently Sky has come to the meetings and been very patient and works hard so that his dad can do the work that he needs to do on the committee. Our Patriot Awards started in 2004. And most of you may know that in 2004, the First Annual Patriot Award went to the library staff of Humboldt County because of their proactive work in countering the Patriot Act before it was even finished. And before the rules came down about what libraries had to do in keeping track of the information about what books people checked out, the library took it upon themselves to shred records and do things like that so that it wasn't as big of an invasion on people's constitutional rights as it otherwise would have been. In 2005, the Human Rights Commission received the award for their resolutions and the supervisorial resolutions that were passed in terms of the marriage, right to marry, and also the work that they did on the Coalition for Police Review and other things that the Human Rights Commission was doing in regards to civil liberties.